收看 My Media 生活小贴士。如果喜欢本单元，欢迎与大家分享。您的按赞与意见是我们进步的动力。按下订阅按钮，持续关注 My Media 其他精彩单元。Hello， 大家好。随着圣诞新年节日的来临，这段期间绝对是购物的旺季。在这个欢欣的时节，要提醒大家的是，这可也是窃贼宵小活跃的时候。本单元很荣幸访问到加拿大BC省列治文 RCMP 的爱德华警官，请他为大家谈谈怎么提升家居与我们个人的安全。由于节目长度的关系，我们将分为3个部分播放，请持续收看，以了解这些与大家都息息相关的重要信息哟。我们一起来看看吧。
Constable Barry Edwards. I am a crime prevention officer with the Richmond RCMP detachment. And this morning we are going to discuss home and personal security. I would like to start by saying any amount of home security or personal security depends upon the individual and their level of comfort that they feel to be secure where they live, work, and play. The first thing a person has to do if you decide to have home security is where are you going to live? Sometimes you cannot control that. But I use the bullseye method of CEPTEC, which means crime prevention through environmental design. That means I work with blueprints and architects in how to build a home to make it less desirable for the criminal element to want to break in. When you look at an area, what I first look is called the surrounding area. Do you live in a rural part or do you live in the city? That also determines what kind of crime you can expect. In the rural community, you will not have people living close by that can see what is going on around your home. Also, the type of thefts are normally farm-related if it's rural. They're out to steal gasoline, they're out to steal farm equipment or tools. Very seldom is it a home break-in style theft from a farm. Living in the city, that is a different matter again. And there's 2 types living in the city: a single family dwelling or a multiple family dwelling, such as apartments or condominiums. I'm going to deal with the single family first. You have to determine what is in your neighborhood. Do you have liquor outlets? Do you have schools very close by? Do you have heavy traffic areas that live close by? That determines what type of crime as well that you're going to experience. If you live close to schools, expect lots of children. If you live close to bars and big restaurants, expect late night traffic and activity all the time. So determine the neighborhood that you live in. Next, your home security. You always work from the outside going in. Always. Your home, is it fenced off? If it is fenced off, how are the plants and shrubberies situated around your home? Do you have a number of high, thick trees around the back? Because if you do, your neighbors on the other side cannot provide what is called passive surveillance. Passive surveillance means that your neighbor is looking out the window and he sees something strange going on in your yard, and he calls the police. That is passive surveillance. Or the neighbor across the street from you sees a strange vehicle in your driveway and they know you're away on holidays. That is passive surveillance. After you determine passive surveillance, you start working on what we call site hardening. Because a septet, I said before, works from blueprints to make it less attractive. Your home is already built. Your home is not modular or made of Legos, so you can't move things around. You have to improve on what is existing. How old the home is, what type of doors the house has, the type of windows. How secure is your home? Now this is where a person's mentality and personal security come into play. How comfortable are you living in that home? If you are very afraid of the people around you, you might want to increase the security so that you feel more comfortable. The first thing that always happens is you're worried about someone, what they call a home invasion. A home invasion can be a number of ways. When you're home in bed and a bad guy comes up and they kick open your door and they rush in, that is a home invasion if you are home. Or they can walk up and knock on the door. They can be dressed as businessmen. They can be dressed as city employees with a yellow vest and a hard hat. When they do things like that, they're trying to trick you to open the door. If you open the door, then they'll rush in on you. First thing, never open the door to anyone unless you are sure of who they are. If you're not expecting someone from TELUS or someone from Hydro to come to your home, use a little device on your door. It's called the peephole. You first look through it. You take a good look, see who's there. You don't have to open the door. What you do is you can yell through the door. What do you want? You can hear. Or in this case, this one here is actually an intercom. You can keep your door locked and you can talk to the person through this while watching. That way they can identify themselves, state what the problem is, and say, well, you don't have an appointment. Let me phone the city first before I let you in. Because chances are city people do not want to come into your home. And if they start doing things like, well, we're going to arrest you, that's when you call police. Because if you don't trust them, don't open the door. Even if they say they are police, you can actually call 911, which is emergency, and say, there are people at my door. They claim to be police, but I don't believe them. Do you have policemen at my house? Before I open any doors. And if you don't have anyone here, send police, because it may be a home invasion. So these door peepholes and intercoms work very well.